Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be looking at using SQLTools and SQLite Viewer together in VS Code. Let's get started. So welcome to the video, and today, just as an overview, we're going to be looking at SQLTools and SQLite Viewer together inside of Visual Studio Code. In this session, we're going to learn how to install both extensions, and we're also going to look at how to set up a database, run a SQL commands directly inside of Visual Studio Code, all within one workflow. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to be able to create, view, and query your own SQLite databases entirely from your development environment. So first off, let's get started with installing some of the extensions. So, and again, this is all before we start even looking at databases or anything else. So first off, let's go on and install SQLTools, all one word. And we need to make sure and install it. It takes just a split second to install. The next thing that we need is SQLTools and then SQLite. And here it is the tools driver. Okay, so we need to make sure and install that as well. And then once those are both installed, you should see now this SQLite tools icon in your board, which you had not previously had. The final thing that we need to install is SQLite Viewer. Okay, and that's this one here. We need to make sure and install it as well. So SQLite Viewer is going to allow us to view things. So once this is installed, again, you're going to notice that you're going to have the icon down here on the left sidebar. That is our SQLTools. And then SQLite driver is going to allow SQLTools communicate with SQLite databases. Now we can see here, if we do SQLTools, and then just do S in there, you can see that we have SQLTools SQLite, there's SQLTools MySQL, we also have SQLTools Postgres, we have SQL Server as well. So all of these tools can be used to interact with different types of databases if you so choose, but today we're going to be using SQLite. So the SQLite Viewer is going to give us a nice graphical interface for inspecting tables and looking at data. So once we have all of these installed, we should be able to move on and create up some connections. So let's go on and create up inside of Visual Studio Code a database. So, and I'm going to just create up a file, database.db. It doesn't have to be fancy here. And we're also going to, I'll zoom in a little bit here. We're also going to go on and use the command palette. So if you hit Control-Shift-P or Command-Shift-P, you're going to see if you type in SQLTools, okay, and specifically you're looking for a new connection. Okay, and so you see SQLTools Management, Add New Connection. Make sure and click that. And then you'll see here that you have in SQLite, and for my instance, you would have Node. You may, when you click inside here, you may be asked to install a couple drivers. Specifically, you may be asked to install Node. You may be asked to install SQLite 3, etc. It will take care of all of that stuff for you. So let's go on and click here SQLite, as that's the driver that we want to use. And I'm going to call my connection my data, and I'm going to call the connection group my data group. And then the file here is just going to be our database.db. And again, show records, default limit is going to be 50. That's perfectly fine. We're going to go on and connect. You'll see here that it creates up this settings.json, so it has our preview limit, the driver, the name, the group, the database. So we're going to go on now and connect. And so that is connecting us to our local database here. And if you notice, it opened up, I don't need the tools here, it opened up here a SQL session for us that we can now do all kinds of fun stuff. So if we go on and expand the SQLTools, you can see here that, again, I can clear this history because it's old stuff. So if we go on, click here, we can see that we can click on the connection. Here you can right click, you can disconnect it, you can refresh the connection, you can delete the connection, you can edit the connection, you can open up the settings. You can also be able to see your tables and your view here. Now notice here they both say nothing here. That's because we haven't created up anything just yet. So right now it's empty. So let's go in and actually create up a table with some data. So let's go on and build up a build and query some data using SQL tools, okay? So the first one, let's go on and create up, oops. We want to create a table, and we're going to call this in table employees. We're going to create up an ID that is an integer. It's going to be our primary key, and we want to auto increment. We want to now have a name that is text, that is not null. Then we also want a department that is also going to be text. And then let's give a salary that's going to be a real number. And then let's insert in some data. So insert into employees. We want name, department, salary, and for our values in here, we want Alice for marketing. We want to make her be getting $70,000 a year. We want Bob, he's in engineering. And he's going to be making $82,000 a year. And then we're going to have in here Carla, who is in the finance department, and she's going to be making $95,000 a year. So let's go on and we can run this. And you see here that it just kind of gives us an idea that it was run. So we should also be able to highlight this and do Control Enter as well. And again, we didn't actually run anything in particular in here, but if I comment this out and I go down here and I do select all from employees and I run this, notice we can actually get the output here and we can see it. So again, we can have this nice filtering and everything, but sometimes that's just not quite enough. Again, what's nice is you can save this. You can save it as a CSV file, you can copy it to the clipboard, you can save it as a JSON, etc. And this is all just using SQL tools. Okay, and we can look inside the sidebar now as well, and we can see here that we have our table. We have our ID, we have name, department, salary, all of this stuff. And you can see that we have basically all of the schema. We can describe the table if we want to. And you can see here that it has exactly what we have here, whether they are integers, whether they are names, texts, etc. Okay. You can see that they're null, packaging. We have all the information there. Now, let's go on and look at what it looks like inside of our viewer. So if we go and we right click on the database and we say open to the side, we can, and I will make this a little bit smaller. And now you see here we have our database itself. So we're looking inside of the SQLite Viewer. And we can explore the data a little bit more visually. We can, again, if you set it to right, you can actually edit inside of here, but we didn't do that right now. Let's notice here we have 3 of our database, or 3 of our observations. We can do filtering. We can do all kinds of fun stuff. Now later on, when we add something here, we can want to refresh that. We can add in a row here. So we can filter our results, we can make edits without writing SQL, we can change things directly inside of our DB file. We can also confirm our updates instantaneously in our SQL tools. So, and again, you can see here we have our table and we have information in there as well. And if you want to hide it inside of here, you can just click and you can hide them individually. And then again, you can apply your filters as well. So let's go on and modify a record, okay? So we can go in and let's maybe add a record in here. Okay, and let's maybe pick, let's do this. Let's do insert into employees. We want name, department, salary, and we want to put in values here. We want Jane, she is an engineer, and she's making $88,000 a year. And we can now run that. And you'll see here, if I refresh, notice now we actually have Jane inside here. She is in engineering as well. We have, she is making 88,000. We can also maybe update her as well. And let's say, let's update her salary of our employees. Let's set salary to equal, let's say that she actually is supposed to be getting 90,000 a year. Okay, and we'll say where name is equal to, whoops, name is equal to Jane. And we can go on and run that as well. We can now make sure and refresh. And notice now Jane has edited and has 90,000 inside here. Okay, so now let's do just a kind of a quick review here. So what have we done here? We have used SQL tools to run and test our SQL commands. We've used SQLite Viewer to browse and look at our tables. We've used VS Code as a unified workspace for our development, and we've used our database .db to store our actual SQLite data. So we can write our queries in SQLite tools, and we can verify changes in SQLite Viewer and store everything inside of our workspace folder. Now you can connect this database later on to a module using Prisma and Next.js, and all of this data will be accessible directly from your web application. So notice now we are using a fully integrated SQLite environment for a full stack React workflow. So you've just completed a full local setup for a SQLite inside of Visual Studio Code. Now you guys have installed the necessary extensions, created up a database, you've run SQL queries, and you have viewed data visually, all inside of one environment. So I hope you guys like this, and if you do, please comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.